Hello to all you beautiful people of the internet. Welcome to another Walking Dead ranking video. So today I will be ranking all 11 seasons of the show, going from worst to best. These are just my opinions. If you have different opinions, let me know what your rankings will be down below. And let's get started. So at number 11, we have season 8. Yes, season 8 had many problems, but the two biggest ones that really annoyed me so much was it went on for too long. It was just dragged on. I mean, yes, it was good for some moments, but it was just an endless drag of the war between the Saviors and Rick's army. And another big thing that really ticks people off, and it ticked me off too, is when Carl dies. They should not have done that. I get the sense of why they would do that, but he was set up to be the big hero in the end, and that really angered a lot of people, including some actors as well. I think that's why Andrew Lincoln left. But yeah. At number 10, we have season 6. Now, the only reason why I have this, I don't remember much in season 6. What I do remember is the introduction of Jesus and Hilltop, and we get the Saviors arc coming up. A lot of it I wasn't really interested in much. A lot of scenes felt like a little bit unnecessary. The ending really shouldn't have been like that. It should have just been Negan coming out, and then it really should have been Negan coming out and ending there. But no, they decided to go, oh, guess who got killed? Because we figured it out in the end. And the stuff with Carol, I felt 50-50 on that. But it was at least enjoyable. At number 9, we have season 7. Now, this is where we get to the Saviors bits, and while it was bold to kill off a lot of characters in that season, I did feel like Rick bowing down to Negan, I don't think that was Rick at all. Like, yeah, I know some people might argue, like, oh, there was a lot of people, there's nothing you could do. True, nothing you could do. That was the same thing in the comics. But in the comics, he stood up to Negan, and that's what I feel like Rick would have done. He stood up to a lot of people, but one man with a baseball bat is enough to turn him off. I'm like, no, that's not how you do it. But I did enjoy some of the funny lines from Negan and exploring more of the Saviors. Next, at number 8, we have season 10. The season 10, I feel like the Whisperer War could have just been the first half, and then the special episodes could be the second half. There was no need to drag it on for longer. I mean, it explains some things, but a lot of it was like pointless. So, for example, the Reaper story was pretty awful. But we did get to see Negan fully come out and go like, I'm trying to help you. I feel like the characters could have like said, okay, we won't trust you, but we'll accept you in. And the return of Maggie was great. That was amazing. But a lot of the storylines in the last 6 episodes like really pointless. The Here's Negan episode was perfectly done, I think. It was brilliant. I'm glad they didn't go the route of the Here's Negan comic, where she just dies of cancer. There's a lot more character growth in the two, which explained a lot of Negan's problems. But we finally found out how Dog came to be, and we all love Dog. At number 7, we have season 3. I feel like this is the season that killed off had the most main character deaths. I count T-Dog as a main character, okay? I don't care what anyone else says. And also Milton. So that would mean we would have had about 5 main character deaths. Because we had Laurie, T-Dog, Milton, Andrea, and Merle. Yeah, 5 main character deaths. That was too much. That was too many to die. Laurie's was understandable, yeah. Milton's easily understandable. I mean, I can see, like, yeah, the governor could easily overpower him. Merle, I feel like it was a great redemption episode for him. But for T-Dog and Andrea, they did not need to die. There was no need. For one, T-Dog's death only included 2 walkers. He could have easily taken them down. It was easy. He could have just shoved one into the other and they could have easily ran to the door. But now he had to go, I'll save you, go. Like, yeah, he was bitten, but, like, it wasn't really necessary. Could have lived until, like, the beginning of the next episode, then let him die. For Andrea, I think we all know why we're not pretty happy with that death. Glenn Mazara was the worst showrunner there. He killed off too many people, and Andrea, sorry, not that's her character name. Laurie Holden was set for, like, up until season 8. But no, her role was shortened. It gave Michonne more in the spotlight of Andrea's arc in the comics, but still, not necessary. The governor was a great villain, but Andrea also did make a lot of dumb decisions as well. But it was enjoyable at the least. At number 6, we have season 1. Now, isn't that a plot twist? Yes, number 6 is season 1. And you're probably going, oh, but that's what started it all. It's the best season. Listen, there's a lot in there that I do enjoy. I love that they set up everything. That's great. But that doesn't mean that it's the best season. The problems I have is they explained the walkers too early. They could have saved that for someone else. Eugene or something, I don't know. A lot of it was, like, action heavy. I don't mind that in some of the scenes, but a lot of it was like that you could have done this, but no, you did that instead. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I liked it, but, like, some bits could have changed. At number 5, we have season 2. It was a 50-50 on this one. Great Shane arc of him becoming the villain that Rick needed to see. Good storyline with human threats now instead of just walkers. I liked the introduction of Herschel and Maggie and the rest of the family. I felt like the Sophia searching bits. Yeah, the killing of Sophia was. I felt like that was a little bit dumb in my opinion. Like, yeah, it made Carol become, more like realistic. Like, okay, this is the world we live in now. I'm gonna lose people. But I felt like for Sophia, because the child actor was young and she was scared, I believe, from what I can remember, she was scared of the makeup of the walkers. I felt like they could have just waited for, like, a long time in the series when she's grown up and she's gotten used to a lot of it. They could have then brought her back and go, hey, I'm alive. Because, like, she was young at the time. I can understand that, but, like, they could have done better. It was sad to see Dale die. I know why he was killed off, but I felt like he could have gone on for, like, at least another season. At least. But I did enjoy season 2. At number 4, we have season 9. Now this season, it was I mostly enjoyed it because yes, I know the big downfall was Rick leaving. I know a few reasons why he left, why the actor left, but I felt I felt like being stabbed and then being blown up on the bridge. I felt like that's a little bit too goofy, in my opinion. It could have easily just been a fall instead of an explosion. But that's just my opinion. I do like the fact though that we get to see more of the other characters rather than just Rick, because most of the show, honestly, is mostly Rick central. We do not get to know a lot of the characters, other than if it's just their own episode. Like, yes, we do get to know them, but we don't know a lot about them. So this season definitely expands that, and I love that we got the Whisperers. I was so hoping that they didn't mess it up. They did it perfectly. I am glad. And it was the great start of a Negan redemption arc. At number 3, we have season 11. This season surprised me a lot. I expected this one to be really, really bad. But I really enjoyed it, I do love the ending, or the 3 endings, should we say. Character's death, Rosita's death was very sad. I missed that a lot. The stuff with the Miltons, Sebastians thing, I felt like that could have gone on for just 4 episodes instead of an entire middle pack. It surprised me that he died, because in the comics he lives, but is sent to jail. I'm very surprised with that change. The Reaper stuff could have been cut out. I think we can all agree, the Reaper stuff could have been cut out. Now, it was pretty much pointless. But we got badass Gabriel stuff, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the end. I'm happy with that Rick Michonne came back for one last scene, and it sets up the spin-offs as well, which I was really excited for. So yeah, that's why it gets number 3. At number 2, we have season 5. This one I pretty much liked. The first half, it was a hit and miss. I do like seeing Rage Rick. He's pretty much almost lost all his humanity. Still looks after his people, but kills a lot of bad guys. I felt like the Terminus bit was dragged on for too long, I think. Yeah, I'm complaining a lot about a lot of things being dragged on. I know they could try to get 16 episodes, but story-wise, I mean, come on. The stuff at the Grady Memorial Hospital, dumb, absolutely pointless, absolutely crap. Because they get a new character, and guess what? He's dead. The introduction of Alexandria, loved it. Brilliant. Absolute masterpiece there. Great. There's a great scene of Deanna just interviewing Rick, and that is a great scene, one of the best scenes I've seen in the show. But because the Grady Memorial stuff was pretty much pointless, and it felt, and again, a lot of stuff was dragged on for too long, that's why it gets number 2. And at number 1, by elimination, it's season 4. Season 4 is the best season, I believe, in my opinion, because we get the first half where they were cautious, but they felt like they just lost their guard. They were off guard for a long time. The introduction that Carol will do anything to protect the people. She became more ruthless, more realistic. Sorry. I loved that the small little fight with Woodbury versus the prison. That was a good episode. I felt like they could have had the governor still return, but in earlier episodes, not introduce him in 3 episodes and then just kill him off, because that was a bit dumb. I think could have at least been introduced at the end of episode 1, so he's alive, and get some do the flashbacks and then go back and forth. I think that would have been like really good to set up the war. And then the second half was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Characters split off, but we get to have some moments with them. We get Tara finally finding someone she's fitting in with. Daryl and Beth having a great dynamic. Rick finally accepting that sometimes I've got to be ruthless. And when he bites that man's throat, I believe we were all just going, what? Yeah, the only downfall is the governor thing, that's all. But I absolutely loved the season. So that's all the seasons ranked for The Walking Dead. Thank you very much for listening. If you have your own little rankings, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to see them. Tell me what you think about The Walking Dead in general, and I'll see you in the next one. I probably will start doing episode rankings now, so that means all of the shows, even the small ones. Thank you very much. Goodbye.